Signs of a bondage marriage. Marriage should not be managed. That is why it's very important. If you see any of these signs in your marriage, I want you to watch to the end, because I will tell you what you need to do. I pray that God will help your marriage. Grab your pen and let's continue. Number 1, when you are afraid of your spouse. Yes, darling, may I tell you that I have seen people, anytime that their husband is coming back home, it's like a war. Yes, they don't want to see this man because they know that it is one problem or the other. It is one fault or the other. Like there will be a war in the house. Darling, anytime you notice that you are afraid of your spouse. Some people, whenever their spouse travel, maybe go for a weekend trip, business trip, they are so happy. But the moment their spouse is coming back home, they are afraid. This is a sign that you are in a bondage marriage. But don't worry, at the end, I will tell you what to do. Number 2, whenever you always hide something you bought for yourself because you don't want your spouse to know it. Let me give you an example. I have a discussion with a young lady, and this lady was telling me that anytime she bought something for herself, she need to hide it. Maybe for 1 week, 2 months, she will bring it out and say, oh, it's my mother that bought this for me. It's my friend that traveled abroad. She will not say it's her that bought it for herself. Is that not a bondage? Is that not a slavery marriage? This lady I'm talking about is working, not that she's not working. She's making her own money, but she can't buy anything for herself. Number 3, bondage slavery marriage. Is that marriage that deny you your freedom? Yes. What do I mean by this? Just as I told you that a lady, anytime she bought something, she will hide it or she will tag it that somebody bought this thing for her. Do you know that there are some people that they don't have freedom to use their money, to use anything, even to visit friends without permission from their spouse? Yes, like anytime they want to visit their friend, they have to take permission. Anytime they want to buy something for their family, anytime they want to give gifts to anybody, they need to take permission from their spouse. If you notice that you always take permission, you don't have that freedom to just go where you want to go. I'm not saying going a bad place, but you don't have that freedom to do what you want to do with your money, with your time, without getting permission from your spouse. My dear, is a slavery marriage. It is a bondage marriage. Another sign of a bondage slavery marriage is when you live under the roof with someone who always constantly nag, criticize, and condemn you, talk down on you, say evil things. He will always tell you, I don't know why I ended up with you. If you want to leave, leave. Like every day, he will be telling you one evil words or the other. My darling, if you find out that the man you are living with, every day, every moment, he will be telling you one evil thing, emotionally abuse every moment. Sometimes it may be physical abuse. My dear, that is a slavery marriage. That is a bondage marriage. Another sign of a slavery bondage marriage is when you notice that you don't find joy in your home. Yes, like anytime you are in your home, you feel like you are in a prison. You don't find joy. There's nothing that gives you joy. That is a sign that you are in a bondage marriage. Because the truth is, there is something I used to tell people. And that thing is, no matter what is happening outside, how many things that is falling apart outside, make sure that your family is not falling apart. Reason because whenever you fight everything that is fighting us outside, when we come back home, we need a peaceful home. We need that home that you look at your spouse, your partner, and we say, oh, we are in this journey together. You need that home. When you come back, you feel like, yes, even though thousands of things are fighting me outside, but in my home, I'm at peace. So if you notice that there's no joy in your home, my dear, is a sign of a bondage marriage. which we are in today. Another sign of a bondage marriage is if you notice that you don't like to go home. For example, you are working, you are doing business, or you travel, but anytime you remember that, oh, it's 5 o'clock, it's time to dismiss, or it's time to go home, you feel strong, you don't want to go. You feel like to hang out with friends. You feel like to extend a meeting. You feel like to do overtime. You feel like to go to shopping mall to waste some time. You feel like to hang out somewhere to drink coffee just to pass that time. My dear, it is a sign that something is not going well in your home. So whenever you notice this kind of thing, know that it is a bondage marriage. Because I must tell you that the family home is the best place that everyone should be looking at. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I want to go and see my family. I want to go and see my husband. I want to go and see my children. But if that is not your own testimony, which means there is danger in your home. Another sign of bondage slavery marriage is when you can't communicate well with your spouse. Yes, darling. May I tell you that I have seen some partners, some spouses, that anytime they communicate, they must end up fighting or quarreling. Yes, it's either the man slap the woman or the woman will say bad thing. Like, there's never a day they agree in love. There's never a day they bring up an issue and communicate and decide how to handle this issue without fighting each other. If you notice that you don't communicate well in your marriage, that every time there is one thing or the other, you are afraid of communicating. I've seen someone that anytime you want to communicate with her partner, do you know what she always do? She will put it in writing or she will send a text message, because she knows that anytime she uses her voice to say something, it will backfire. So what does she normally do? She sends a text message. What kind of marriage is this? Imagine being a house with someone, but you always write a letter with someone that is living under the same roof with you. Is that not a sign of a bondage marriage? So, my darling, if you find yourself in any of this, number one, do take time to pray for your marriage. Yes, I know it's not easy. You pray, I pray. We all pray together. I know it's not easy. I've witnessed someone who is in this kind of marriage. But my dear, may I tell you that there is nothing prayer cannot do. Prayer can change the heart of your spouse. Okay, prayer can make him a good person. Prayer can change his heart and turn his heart towards you. So, do your best to always pray for your spouse, because you know the truth is it. The devil doesn't want to see a happy home. This battle is not carnal. This battle is not just ordinary. It is devil that is fighting your home. It is devil that wants you to give up your home. Don't give up your home. Do pray for him. And I bet you God will change his heart. Number two, do your best to seek for marriage counseling, for mentors. That's why in my videos, I always encourage ladies, singles, before you marry, make sure that the person you want to marry have someone he called mentors, accountability partner, someone that he fears. If you know that person that your husband fears, do your best to talk to the person, to talk to your husband, because he fears this person. He will respect this person and he will listen to this person. So I want to encourage you not to keep quiet. Do your best to pray and also to communicate. Talk to people. Don't die in silence, because the truth is this: your home should be your number one place of happiness, not your number one place of your bitterness. I hope this episode blessed you. Thank you so much, and I pray for you. May God give you peace in your marriage in the mighty name of Jesus. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.